Good morning. How are you today? Wow, can you believe it's so hot here? Although I was looking at the internet and it was telling everybody heat around the world. And so Las Vegas, it was 104 degrees or 120 degrees or something. It was like, whoa, that's pretty hot. For us, hold on, this light is really bothering me. I'm just going to turn it off. There. Whoa, no. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Anyway, so for here it was plus 30. Now we're in Celsius. I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit, but plus 30 here at bedtime last night. And I slept with an air conditioner on, which was really nice. However, I have a really sore throat this morning from the air conditioner. So it was my trade off, that's for sure. We'll see what's going on. It's supposed to go up to 34 today, which is a hot day, and but wondering when summer would arrive, and here it is. But so that is hot, and it's hot for my birds. Excuse me. So I'm thinking I might um, let them into the garage today, which is nice and cool inside there. We'll see how the day goes, but yeah, they need some cooling down. Anyway, good morning, Kathy Masters. Good morning. I've been following you on Facebook and haven't seen you here for the last little while. So let's start off. I'm going to pull a stone this morning and we're going to do Kathy Masters, who's the first person on here this morning. And welcome. So, Kathy, you are sitting in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the earth count. That's at the top of the wheel. And 9 of the earth count is also sitting in choices. The Mayans say so. The this one here is the animals, which is the earth count teaching, but the Mayan teaching says is it's choice. So I'm going to be also letting people know what the two of them are. So animals and choice. So choice, today you have some big choices to make on the direction that you're going. You've been on a trajectory, you've been on a high, you've been working and doing the things you're doing, and now you're at a crossroads. Literally, you're sitting at that V. Am I going here or am I going there? And that crossroads is, excuse me, very, very much in your face today. Excuse me. That air conditioner just rashed my throat. Sorry. But you're also sitting in pain today. And it's not necessarily physical pain, but it's pain of your choice. So that whatever decision you have to make today, or that you're in a position to make today, there's going to be consequences to that decision, to that choice. And one of those consequences is going to cause you pain. And yet it's the one that you're leaning towards. So I would say just step into it, understand it, and because you're making the choice to step into it, you get to choose the amount of pain that will come from it. And I know it sounds really odd, but when we make those type of choices, those choices, we get to also choose the pain that comes with it. So we don't have to cause ourselves more pain and grief than what we want to experience. That's a really big one for you today. And you are also sitting in the card you were sitting in, Spirit Guardian of Spring and Activation, which is beautiful, which is a really cool card to be sitting in, because you're looking at the activation of everything around you. All your things that you have put into place are all lined up. Everything's good to go. Everything is there. You've done the work. You've put everything into place. And now is the time to make that decision. And you already kind of know in the back of your mind what decision you're going to make, and you get to choose. So I can do it and it's going to cause me pain, or I'm going to do it and it's not going to cause me that much pain. It's going to be easy. And so physically and emotionally, say to yourself, I'm not going to have the pain that comes with this choice that I'm going to make. Write it down on a piece of paper. I refuse to have the pain. This is going to be an easy switch up for me. And then plant it in the ground and let Mother Earth take it. It's a pretty big day for you today, Kathy. It's also good morning, Mary. Good morning, Mary. Most welcome, Kathy. So, Mary, you are sitting in 5, 10, 15, 20 of the earth count. is the great teachers, or I'm sorry, is this completion, death and rebirth, but is also the ancient heart knowing. And so I love it because that beautiful um, and everything's ending, but everything's also beginning, and you literally have rebirth. So think of, and I'm going to say a shallow grave, but think of a shallow grave, and then everything's coming out of that, and I buried everything in there. And burying doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean I'm never going to think about it again. It's going to have fond memories of what you're thinking of, but now you're going to be rebirthing this new life force, this new beautiful energy that's sitting all around you, and it is a time of big change for you. You're also sitting in love, and I can see a new relationship emerging somewhere along the way here, and it doesn't necessarily mean a partner, but it could be a new friendship. I just see somebody coming into the picture that is a new person that you're going to be introduced to, that will have an impact on the next phase of your life, and will have an impact in a positive way on the new direction that you are going. And whatever it is that you're rebirthing, this person is a part of that. And it's going to be pretty wild. It's actually fun. And you're sitting in the wild rose fairy, and you're sitting in love. So, and again, it doesn't mean as in love, as in this is my new relationship, although it could definitely be that. But this person is going to bring you great joy and a great awakening. You guys planned this way before time, before you either one of you arrived here, and now is the time for you to meet and to continue that journey together. So think of the branches of a tree. There's some people will follow a branch, and then it's time for them to leave that branch because they're on to their own stuff, and then you take a different path. And this new person is on this new path that you're on, and you're going to go, hey, I feel like I've known you all my life. And really you have, energetically, you just didn't know it. So I look forward to hearing about that new person who comes into your life. And today you are probably going to meet them. If you don't meet them today, you definitely will within the next week. I don't even think it's going to be a week. I think it's going to be today, but it's going to be in a very short period of time that you will meet them. Kim, good morning. Grandmother Ken Lee and Hunter have a stone. Absolutely. So let's do you first, Miss Kim. Kim is sitting on 5, 10, 15. 15 of the earth count is the collective consciousness of all humans, but it is also, excuse me, that kaleidoscope, how we as humans jive and turn together. So have you ever looked through a kaleidoscope when you were a kid? Actually, I don't even know if they do them anymore. But when you turn it, just one little thing, everything changes inside that you're looking at. And everything is changed inside. So your vision, your line of vision that you've been looking through, Kim, is switched up, and you've turned something, and everything now you're looking at everything differently. Like literally everything you're looking at, you're seeing new possibilities, you're seeing new information and new everything, and you're going, whoa, this is pretty wild. And you're excited about the newness of everything that's happening. And it's so fun to be in your skin right now. And you are also sitting with the fairy spirit of renewal. So you're renewing that energetic. You know what it's like to get something together, and you're going, hey, I really, really want to do this now. And there's that fun time of developing something. That's the energy you're sitting in. And you're sitting in the great teacher of need, number 17. So need is sitting there, but you need that juicy. You need that spark of what really is enticing you. And then you're going to start doing research, and you're going to start, I can see you with books and information, and getting things together, and that creation. And that's what you're sitting in, that highly creative space today. Let's do Hunter next. Hello, Hunter, and welcome. Thanks for joining us. So 5 and 2 is 7. 7 is the sacred dreams of life. There's that early childhood. That's that dreamer animal is actually calling you in. So that dreamer animal wants to play today. It's also sitting in the lucid dreaming. So, what that is, what lucid dreaming is allowing yourself literally to just surrender to the dream world, to surrender to that play, to surrender to that beautiful spark of being a child, and lay down on the grass. Do something really whimsy today, though, and get out and actually lay down on the grass and look at the world like this. What does it look like being from this high? And what do you think the little insects around you, what do you think they look like when they're moving around? And then get up on your knees and look around. What does it look like from this point of view? And what does it look like from a higher point of view? And then stand up. What does it look like from that point of view? And then go up a ladder or go up on your dad's shoulders and take a look around. And what does it look like now? Watch how you change, your viewpoint changes with each way you move. We go through life like that, and watch all these beautiful changes, because it's showing you, look, at everything can be beautiful no matter the perspective that we're looking at it, that it's right there. And you're also sitting at care for yourself and care for others. And it's asking you to be compassionate for those other people around you today. So everything that you do will have a consequence to those that you love. So just be careful of what you're doing today, and know that you also play an important role in everybody's path, and you are important. You're sitting in the hummingbird spirit of joy today, which is very, very, very cool, because that is that childhood, right? So get out there and find joy and celebrate today. But yeah, take a look at those different perspectives. It's pretty cool. Okay, so now Mr. Lee. Woohoo, Mr. Lee, Mr. Lee. You are sitting on 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 sits at the top, the north of the medicine wheel. 9 is also choices. So you're going to sit in choices today. You got some big choices to make. Am I going to play the dad role, the husband role, or am I going to play a different hat? I see many hats. So you're putting on this hat, then you're putting on this hat, then you're putting on this hat, to become all these different people that are needed right now. But I'm going to ask you to do one step further. Take off that mask that comes with that hat and flip it around and look at the inside of that, because that's your authentic self. And walk in that. Walk in that. And all those other hats that you think you have to wear, you don't have to wear. Because when you walk in your authenticity, all those other hats are covered just automatically. You don't have to consciously make that choice to do that. You can now look at that authentic self from inside, and everything else will fall into place. And I know it doesn't seem that way. Sometimes it can be a little overwhelming. No, I got to be dad today. I got to be a husband today. I got to be this supportive that today. You don't. You don't. You just walk in that authentic self today. And you are also sitting in the wood nymph of beauty, of beauty. And it just means look at beauty all around you. Everything is beautiful. Look at that. And look at how absolutely wonderful life is. Look at all the gifts you have in life today. So you don't have to go about the drudge of it. So, oh my God, I got to do this. I've got to do that. I got to do that. No, I get to do all these wonderful things, and look at the beauty of everything. And don't expect everything to look perfect. It's not going to look perfect. It's going to look as it should look. So that is yours today. Woo, that's a big one too. So let's go on to the beautiful Miss Louisa. Hello, Louisa. Oh, a big one called, and this one literally jumped into my hand today. This is the number 1. Number 1 is the sun, and it's telling you to shine brightly, my dear, shine brightly. And the number 1 is also perception. So remember, how you're looking at the world, you get to choose today. Am I going to look at the sun and say, oh my God, the sun's hurting my eyes? Or am I going to look outside and say, wow, with that beautiful sun, I get warmth, I get heat, I get to see what's hidden in front of me. And I no longer have to sit in the dark. I can sit in the light, and allow yourself the beauty of just being, and know that you're okay. And you're also sitting a little bit of loneliness today. So I feel lonely, even though I'm in a crowd, even though I've done a lot of work, even though I'm sitting in all of these things that are around me. I'm also sitting in that of I feel so lonely. Well, remember, you get to choose that too. So dust it off, pull it out, spend some time talking to other people. Call me, I'll be home, I'll be in the house all afternoon. So give me a shout, let's chat. But let's not dwell into the loneliness. And even though you're a single person, you are complete unto yourself, and allow that fun to happen. Because remember that we can look and say the sun's hurting our eyes, or we can say we really like to be able to see out in the sun right now, and take those shades off. You don't hide in the shade, get out in the sun. And I'm not saying to get heat stroke, because it's going to be hot out, especially where you are. So the air spirit is sitting there of knowledge. That's that breath work, girl. You know this stuff. And you know how well you felt after you did breath work. Get out there and do some breath work today. Do some breath work, even if it's in your home. Do breath work, that deep one. But I want you to do just the deep one that brings you in. You don't, not the one where your mouth is open, just the and get into the roll of it. Play some music. Now allow your body to move and get up and move with that music. Deep breaths as you're moving with that music, and allow your body to get recharged. You're looking for that recharge, and look for it. That music, that breath will recharge you. Okay, so your energy's a little on the low side today. Let's get out there and pump it up. Good morning. I hope that helps. Kathy, you're most welcome. Good morning. This is Jeannie Jane. Janie Jane. Hello. It's the first time that I've spoken with you. I hope that you are having an awesome day. And your stone is number 1 of the earth count, and that 2 is the sun. And the sun is that shining bright, but that is perception. So the sun sits in the east of the wheel, but your warrior animal is wanting to come in. So in the east of the wheel is our warrior animal, and that animal is kind of going, she's going to need a little bit of fight today. She's going to need a little bit of strength today, because something's going to challenge you. Either it's going to be a person or it's going to be an event, but you're going to feel really challenged today. So, and I know you probably don't know who your warrior animal is, but all I want you to do is just imagine this little warrior animal, even if you don't know what it is, sitting on your shoulder today, because they can shapeshift. My warrior animal is a Pladio woodpecker. It's huge, but it can also shrink down. So imagine that you've got that little somebody sitting with you. And I'm going to say warrior animal just because I work with animals, but the warrior animal, even an angel, you're going to have that sitting with you today and actually giving you that strength that you need, pumping you up. If you need to, it's asking you to put something on your body to remind you that you have that warrior with you today, whether that be a bracelet, a special pair of earrings, something that actually reminds you that you're not alone, that you do have that warrior animal with you, because you're going to need that perception, that visual, if you will, to be able to face the day today. You're also looking in sex today. So, and sex doesn't necessarily mean going out and having sex, although it definitely could, but it means sitting in the balance of the masculine and the feminine. And often when we are challenged so much, because I see this, this event today, it's either going to withdraw you, where you just go completely inside and shut down. It's too much. I can't take it. Or you're going to fight back. So it's going to be the fight or flight, and don't get frozen in between. So remember the warrior animals with you. Stop, take a deep breath. Whatever's going on, take a deep breath. Get yourself grounded. Imagine all your fibers going right into Mother Earth. I'm not alone. My warrior animal's with me. I can deal with this. And then choose your action. Don't react. Don't react. Just stop, figure out what you're going to do, and then you get to choose how you are going to react. Now, the next thing is if you need to tell anybody that you can't deal with it right now because you're charged, you're emotionally charged about it, put your hand up, let them know, I cannot speak to you right now about this. When I calm down and give me a day or two, I will get back to you. But right now, I'm not prepared to speak with you about this, and have the strength to do that. It knocks people on their butt, I can tell you, because they're not used to that. But if you can stop that and then think about all those things, if you need help, give me, email me. It's info@shamanicreiki.ca. Email me. I'd be happy to chat with you about it. We can set up a Zoom call, and I can help you work through different ways that you can react instead of the quick reaction or contraction. So there is a neutral. Okay, so that's that's what you're sitting in today. It's a big day, and you're also sitting in in the bluebird spirit of happiness. So you get to choose, and happiness is right around the corner. You don't have to sit in the despair of it. So this, whatever's going to happen, know that, and maybe even have that little bluebird sitting on your shoulder, but trust that your warrior animal's with you. Okay, so enjoy your day today. And like I said, I'm always here if you need. So I'm not always great at getting back to people right away, but I do get back to you eventually. You're, hi, Mary. Yeah, you're most welcome. Kim, well, sure. Thank you. My husband just brought me a drink because my throat is so sore. Anyone want to know what I'm drinking? I'm drinking Aha. I love them. Oh, that feels really good. Thank you, Charlie. Jamie, wow, Bluebird. It's been seeing Bluebird. Oh, Blue Jays. Yeah, I get a lot of Blue Jays around here lately too. Perfect. Okay, Kathy, Jane, Mary, Kim, Paul, I missed you yesterday. I did pull a stone for you though. I'm so sorry. I took the weekend off and I really needed a break, but I'm back and I feel good. And I yes, every so often we kind of got to do that self-care. And the self-care was saying to me, you need to sleep in for a few days. And I feel great now. And I was thinking that I wasn't going to need. We were at the beach. Oh, well, awesome. So I was thinking that I would take the weekends off, but I'm pretty rejuvenated again, and I don't think I need to take the weekends off. But I was reluctant to come back on Monday. So here we go. 5, 10, and 1 is 11. 11 are the stars that shine bright around us. But you are an inspiration today. You are sitting in heavy in that inspiration, and I just love the stars, because have you ever laid down on a clear night? And you look up at the stars and you swear that all you got to do is reach out and touch them. They're right there. Well, that's what you are to someone else too. You are that inspiration to someone else today. You're sitting in that beautiful power of ownership, of inspiration, of, you know what, I know this guy, his name is Paul, and I just absolutely remember these fond memories, and that's all coming in. But you're also sitting in number 16, which is loneliness. So even though you've got all these people around you and with you, there's that little tiny piece of you that is going, I just don't quite fit in. And when we don't quite fit in, we don't allow ourselves to fully engage. There's that little tiny piece that we're keeping back. And it's asking you not to let that tiny piece back. It's saying, look inside. Yes, we just last night, the stars. Oh, I love that. They are beautiful. But it's also those stars, you've got those few stars that are sitting in the background, and you wonder, is that really a star or a satellite? And trust that most of them are stars. And yeah, there are a few satellites out there, but you don't have to be the satellite. You can always be the star. And you're also sitting in guardians of the land and protection. I think this is connected to the loneliness great teacher, because I think as much as you're enjoying life and things are going on, you are that inspiration to other people. There's just a little tiny bit of you that you're protecting, that I'm not going to give you my full 100% who I am, because I need to protect. I need to keep that little piece of me safe. I'm not willing to just open up and crack wide open and be me, because I have to keep that one little piece safe. So keep working on that little piece, talking to that little piece. Eventually, that little piece is going to want to come out and play, and it's going to want to come and start facing the world and start doing some of the things that maybe you've been hiding from. But just allow that piece to develop as it's going to, and maybe give your heart space a little tap throughout the day. And that's just saying, hey, I got you, I hear you, I see you inside there, and one day you'll be able to come out and play. And allowing that confidence of that little piece to eventually start peeking itself out. It's a absolute wonderful time. It's a scary time too when that piece does want to come out. So just know that it might happen, and when it does, just trust that you got the right stuff. And I love it. And Luisha, I see that you're starting over today. Yay, yay, yay. Dance, 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 my girl. So I hope that is everybody's stuff. I'm going to pull a stone for Miss Marley, because Marley hasn't been around a lot lately. And her grandmother's funeral was a couple of days ago, and sending her all the love from that. So she's sitting on 5, 10, 11, 12, 14. 14 of the earth count is the spirit of all animals, but that is that inner knowing too. And it's also instinct. It's when I just know. I don't know how I know, but I know. And I also, when I'm sitting in that sweet spot of instinct, I question myself. I got to be making it up, because it's all, I'm just so aware of what's going on. And then I question everything. And it's asking you, Marley, stop questioning it. Trust who you are. Trust your instinct. You know the answers. You know the path you're supposed to be in. And you're sitting in the raw power today, number 11. You're sitting in that raw power. And when you combine that raw power and your instincts together, you're unstoppable. And so just trust that. And maybe being around some people that you hadn't been around for a while is causing you that confusion or that self-doubt. And it's asking you to get rid of the self-doubt and actually step into your power. You are also sitting in the aspen spirit of courage. That's that courage. You know what you need to do. You know that it's time to fly. You know what's right or wrong with you. Don't allow other people to give you all this advice of what you should be doing. You know what you should be doing. Look inside, and don't go backwards on this. Keep going forwards. You got this. You know your stuff. You know what you've done. You've done so much work. Don't go backwards in the self-doubt because other people are throwing it at you. They do that on purpose just to knock you off. You want to just keep on walking firm in yourself, even if it pisses them off. Okay, so it's a big day for you. Woo wee! I hope that has helped everybody, and thanks for joining me. And I will try to be a little more consistent, but I did need that weekend off. But I will be back this weekend. And it's going to be a hot one today. Here it's going to be plus 34. And I think tomorrow's sitting on another hot one as well. So this whole week is looking pretty hot. For me, I got to go look after birds and get them all situated so that they're okay. I'm even going to take a fan and put it in the chicken coop today so the chickens have a little bit of airflow in there. Yeah, we have 93. Okay, so it's hot out for you too, Paul. Yeah. Oh, you're in PA. Okay, yeah. Oh, here we go. We got new hello, how are you? And this is Nugs and Dreams. Well, Nugs and Dreams, hello. Let's get a stone for you. So your stone is sitting on the zero count. Whoop, that's the zero count there. It's actually upside down. That's it. So the Mayans do what's called this. These are the Mayan counts. So this is a 0. You absolutely. Can I have a message? Much love. Thank you. So the 0 count means everything. You are hyper aware of everything around you today. It's like your senses are all woken up today. And literally, Spidey sense is what's coming to mind. It's like, whoa, where did all this information come? And it can be a little bit overwhelming. Also, I'm hearing a buzzing in your head. There's messages coming in from up high. So just give me a chance to figure out what that is all about. You're sitting in in victory today, in victory. And I'm sitting in that victory, but am I supposed to celebrate that victory? Yes, you are supposed to celebrate that victory. Um, Something's happened to you recently where you've had a huge success. Um, this success that you've had, you're afraid to celebrate it. You're afraid to tell other people what I did, what I, because you don't want them to think that you're sitting in ego. Oh, every time I celebrate or every time I say whatever it is that I'm saying, which is a boosting of a confirmation, look at me, yay me, that people are sticking their thumbs on you and going, don't say that, don't say that. And I'm telling you to say it. It's okay to celebrate our victories. Don't hide your victories. When we hide our victories, we are diminishing our victories. We have a right to celebrate our victories. It's not maybe appropriate if someone's starving and you walk and say, hey, I just bought a new car. That's not what I'm talking about. But still celebrate a victory that you've done. Man, I've worked really hard, and now I can come and sit down with you. And I see almost sitting beside somebody, talking to them, telling them your story and how you healed, and allowing that as a victory to someone else. And I'm not saying as in you've got all your healing done, but I am saying in one piece, you're going to notice somebody which is going to reflect to you today about where you used to sit. And it's okay to go over to that person and say, you know what, it wasn't too long ago I was in your shoes. And this is what I did. And this is how long it took me to get out of it. And I celebrate you and I will walk with you. Or I'm just letting you know that there's a light at the end of this tunnel, that hopelessness doesn't have to be there. And I'll give you a quick, short, whatever, like it's just coming to me. So I'll just tell you. So for me, I was in a very bad violent childhood, like I mean a lot of violence. And I recently saw a little girl. She was in she was out in the bush with her parents, but her dad had been yelling at her, and we were listening to him yelling at her and belittling her on the trail. And I didn't know that it was a child. I actually thought it was an adult. But when we got there, this little girl, about 5 years old, was sitting down. She was just sitting by herself crying. And I remember thinking, oh my God, what do I do? Do I talk to her? Or do I just let her parents come back for her? So I sat down beside her and I said, it hurts, doesn't it, when people yell at you like that? And she said, yeah. And I said, I said, my dad used to do that to me. I said, but I think he did it because he loved me, but he just didn't know how to show me he loved me. And I talked to that little girl, and she got up and she dusted herself off. And by the time she dusted herself off to stop crying, the dad come around the corner. But I didn't realize he had been listening to me. And I told that little girl my story. And then the dad came in and he kind of walked over. You could see that he had softened, and he took her hand and he said, I'm sorry, and walked away. I don't think that little girl had ever heard her dad ever say that he was sorry. And I thought, wow, what a wonderful way to get my point across without belittling the dad either. So it's not like I said, your dad's an asshole and blah, blah, blah. I didn't do that. I tried to give it a spin of he doesn't know how to respond. And it seemed to resonate with that family. Anyway, it just helped me, and maybe something like that will help you, because literally you're going to see somebody today that is going to shine that mirror back at you and go, ooh, that used to be me. You're also sitting in bear spirit of healing today, which is that beautiful of helping others. So when we heal, we then allow ourselves to project and shine bright for other people. So you're sitting in the victory of that healing. Don't diminish that. Allow that to be. You have power in your words, and allow your words to help others. So that's what you're sitting in today. Woo, that's a big one. It's a big one. Okay, I think that's about it. I hope you guys all have a great day today. Try not to bake too much, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. And if you have a question, then tomorrow have your questions ready and put them all down. I'm going to have my chart with me. I don't have them all memorized. I should. You think I've been doing this long enough? But I'm going to be doing the Sun Bear Zodiac for everybody. So just have your birth date, and it'll be the month and day. I don't need the year. And if you are ready with that tomorrow, I will give you what your birth animal is and give you a little bit insight on that. So I will have all that available. and let's sit into the beautiful energy of our birth animals, which sits in the south of the medicine wheel. So I hope you have an awesome day and take care. This is Grandmother Dances in the Night Skies. Check out my website, shamanicreiki.ca. It is in the little write-up-y thing. And also on Facebook, I have all kinds of videos that are coming out. And those are on Shamanic Teaching and Healing Services on Facebook. You have to join the group, but it's a fun group. And you never know what you're going to find on there. Okay, take care. Awesome. Bye-bye.